Today, we're doing some easy shapes and spins from a footlock, and we have a tiny drop at the end. Yay! Hi, Aerialists!
Yes, like Taylor said, we are doing easy shapes and spins, and you don't have to worry about using too much upper body strength because everything is done from a footlock.
Yes. I like that this routine gives you like a chance to also like do some extensions and like you're easing into spinning if you're not used to it, right? Well, hey.
You can ease into spinning.
Yeah, you can.
We don't, because we've been spinning for years. And so if you can't spin as fast, just spin as fast as you can and ease into it. So it's a great opportunity for you to ease into spinning. We are not good examples for this.
That is very true. But you know, most of the spins that you do in aerial silks class, like you need to have like either good grip strength or good upper body strength to do it. But because all of this is done from the footlock, or you need to hip key, right? Get into a hip key. Because all of this is done from the footlock, it's kind of easier for you to initiate the spin and to enjoy the spin, especially if you're new, because you don't have to worry about like strength, using a lot of strength while you're doing it.
That makes a lot of sense. However, you just also have to be careful when you're putting on your footlock, because we are twisting in the footlock, so you have to make sure you don't put it on twisted to avoid getting that pain of people when they put on their footlock a bit twisted and you feel like your foot is going like this. So just make sure you put it on correctly.
Yes, that is always important. I was telling Karina that I recently realized that I've been a little bit better with my footlock form, because I always get that like side pain, and Karina has always been telling me you need to make sure you put it on the right way, and I think I finally mastered that. So yeah, just be aware of it when you're doing this routine, because we're doing all the shapes from the footlock. We're moving in and out, so you want to make sure you have it on right. Before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Let's start by checking your equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances. And make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, we'll leave them in a playlist right up here. So if you haven't warmed up as yet, go do that first and then come back to this routine to try it with us. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for this routine if you're new to silks and you have to do like that footlock, of course, and you're not too sure about putting it on and like how to slide it. Wearing socks helps a lot because it reduces the friction that you have between the silk and your foot, so it's easier to get it into the right position. So you can think about wearing socks for that. Just make sure. Oh, you're like the beginner check person today.
Sorry, I care about you guys, you know.
I care too. What are you saying?
I'm not saying she doesn't care. I just want to make sure she doesn't miss the very important thing that if you are wearing socks, you have to climb to start, because we need enough space to
That's
drop.
true.
You will use a bit more strength when you're doing the climb. Anyways, take it away, Taylor.
And so then you can put some resin on your socks, or you can use Pilates socks like we're using.
Oh yeah, they make such a difference.
Yeah, I don't feel it at all.
You just have like sticky things at the bottom, and then it's easier for you to climb with them. Those are really great.
Actually, even wearing leggings will help, because at least it'll slide up your shins. So you only have to worry about your foot at that point. So leggings would be helpful for
However, it doesn't go with the vibe of the music. I just had to say that, you know.
Okay, yeah, I did say that. It doesn't go with the vibe. I changed from leggings to shorts for the vibes. But you know, it could be whatever vibe you want. Maybe you have some cute leggings that go with the vibe of the music for this. I didn't. So, or did I? I don't know. Maybe I was just in the mood to wear shorts. Anyway, so those are the things you need to worry about for clothing. And then make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with, to be your GPS in the air, your cheerleader, also to keep you in check like Karina has been doing to me in this video.
Or to annoy you like Taylor has been doing to me today. Say I have to give her high fives every like 2 minutes.
I want us to keep the energy. We watched some old videos and we look so excited. So I want us to keep that same energy going. It was like last year versus this year. You tell us if you see a difference in our excitement. I am worried about that. I want you to know that we are excited. I mean, if we're being honest, some days we're not as excited, and not everyone's excited every day. No one is excited every day. I am rambling.
Aerialists, unfortunately, you cannot see the music to this routine synced up in this video. It's a tutorial video where we teach you how to do the poses, how to transition between poses, and the different tips and tricks that we use when we were doing the routine, so that when you give it a try at home, you don't have to figure all of these things out by yourself. We already did that for you, hopefully making it easier as you train at home. However, we did leave a short or multiple shorts in the case of silks right up here. That is synced up to the music, so you can see what it is that Taylor had in mind when she choreographed this routine.
I had in mind one short.
She had one, so it's
I think this is less than a minute. I think.
It doesn't feel like it's less than a minute.
Really?
But maybe it's because we have to climb and wait for
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, so if it is one short, it's up there. If it is two, if Taylor had it in mind and still forgot, then
Or it's just failed my mission.
It just failed her mission. It was mission impossible, because that's kind of what it is for silks.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so do check it out up there. And we always invite you to come back to the channel on Friday when we release a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the same routine and how it might look a little bit different because of our bodies, our heights, our flexibilities, our strength. All of these things play a big role. And we want you to see that even when two people who have basically the same amount of experience and sits per se, yeah, we started about the same time. So.
Yeah, but I didn't take it seriously until like maybe my second or third year.
For some time.
I would skip class.
But yes, the point is that we want you to see that even though we are kind of like similar on the same level, it still looks different when I do it, when Taylor do it, because we're different people. Our bodies do things differently, and that's okay. And we want you to be more accepting of what it is that you are doing at home. So yeah, come back to the channel on Friday and check out that video then. We also leave you a link to the song that we used along with the timing in which we get started down in the description below so that you can see exactly when we're getting started and know what version of the song we're using. Taylor is currently obsessed with this. It's a band? It's a group?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Three,
so
with a period.
She loves their music, and so you get to see what exactly it is that we're using, so that when you give it a try, if you decide to use the same music and go for the same bag that we're going, then you have all that information down there. You're not trying to figure it out.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started. Aerialists, Karina, or as she refers to herself, the talent, is here to break down the routine for you because she didn't do anything else. She didn't put the mics together. She didn't wipe the camera. She didn't do anything, but she's here to break down the routine for you. So we are going to start in a footlock in the air. So Karina is going to start by climbing. She can climb however she'd like. So she'll do. And then at the second tier, you're going to do your footlock so you have some height off the ground. If you were to do this footlock on the floor, you would need to lift your leg really, really high. So maybe you should climb. So from here, we're going to start with our leg extended. Oh, Karina, you're so independent. She's able to get me the right angle without me adjusting her. That is awesome. Just by swinging her leg. We're almost there, Karina. There we go. So now you're going to extend your footlock leg. You're going to bend your free leg to make this shape to start. Then you're going to wave yourself up and come to a sit with the pole between your legs and your free leg extended in front of you here. From there, you're going to hold on with your right hand, reach down with your left hand, and you're going to open the fabric at the bottom. Here, you're going to wave the fabric a bit, as you can see, so make sure you have that separated in the beginning. From there, you release your hand from the fabric, switch hands to hold the pole with your left hand, reach down with your right hand, pull the tails so you can get, enough of the tail in your hand, so that you can add spin with control. So here is where we would add spin. From there, you release your hand from the tail and you're going to go into this extended pose here. Just make shapes with your arms and add grace by, touching your body and whatever. From there, notice you're going to take that free hand, thread it between the space of your body and the pole to come in front, sort of like a snake on the silks. And notice that your left hand never leaves the pole. So this makes it kind of like a smooth transition here. You're going to bring your body back behind after you've held that spin, and you're going to cross your free leg on top of your footlocked leg and make sure the pole is between. Also make sure that your knee is quite high so that you can have that point of contact with your calf, as you can see here, and the pole so that you're locked in place here. Once you have that point of contact, you can slowly lower your hands down the pole and release your arms, and that pole will keep you in place and you can make shapes with your hands here. Then you crunch up and hold the pole to come out of the pose. And then you can reach up high so that you can extend your footlock leg and then use your free leg to take your footlock off and come down. And that's the end of the routine. That's okay. That was so much fun.
If you had fun learning this routine and you want to try something that's a little bit harder because we have to do an inverted split on the silks, but you get assistance from the silk so you don't have to worry about having the strength to do an air straddle, check out the video that we're leaving on screen for you. On top, we're leaving the dance video, and at the bottom, we're leaving the tutorial so that you can give this one a try.
Until next time, bye!